So let's take a look at our vocab in context. In sentence examples, you'll see the word potential in the sentence context, regulations in the sentence, achieved in the sentence, instance, and initial in the context of a sentence. So let's notice the meaning of the words in context with the synonyms. Number one, when the new building opens, there will be many potential new jobs, many possible new jobs, not for certain because the building's not open yet, many potential new jobs. Number two, there are many rules and regulations to become a U.S. citizen. Rules and regulations are almost a synonym for rules, but regulations are more legal rules. We might have school rules or rules in how children behave, but the government creates regulations, or even in the workplace, there might be workplace regulations. So, regulations is a little bit more formal than rules, all related to getting citizenship. Number three, I achieved my goal to save $500 last year. I reached or I got, succeeded in my goal. So sometimes a goal can be something like saving money over time. Sometimes a goal is getting your GED. There can be different kinds of goals. Some people have a goal, they achieve the goal of losing weight or cutting down sugar. You can succeed or achieve anything you make a plan to do and make happen. 4, he likes many foods, for instance, Mexican, Somali, and Chinese food. So he likes many foods. For example, these 3 types of food he likes. For instance, for example. Number 5, my initial reaction to the book was negative, but when I kept reading, I liked it. So, my first reaction. So, what I understand in this sentence is my first reaction was something, it was negative, but then my reaction turned positive after my initial reaction. So we've looked at synonyms and context clues to understand the meanings of these words. Let's look at an example with a missing word, just like the activity we'll be doing in Schoology. What is the missing word? I hope to my goal and graduate in 2 years. So I think real quickly you're probably thinking, oh, goal, right? So we're talking about getting my goal, just like number 3, achieve. So I hope to achieve my goal and graduate in 2 years. We had some context clues about a future possibility to achieve or get and succeed at. So, besides clues with synonyms and meaning, there also are grammar clues. For example, in this sentence, I hope to do something. I'm missing an action here. And I know that I have only one verb this week. We have 2 nouns, 2 adjectives, and only one verb, infinitive, to achieve. Let's look at the grammar in these 5 sentences. When the new building opens, there will be many potential new jobs. How do I know potential is an adjective? What kind of jobs? New jobs. Potential, many potential. Many, potential, new are all adjectives describing jobs. Number 2, there are many rules and regulations to become a U.S. citizen. There are many things, and I see plural S, regulations, many things. So these are nouns, both rules and regulations. 3, I achieved my goal to save $500 last year. We already discussed achieve, but in our example below, we needed infinitive to achieve. In this example 3, we see past tense ed. I did this. Can you do this? Can you achieve something? Yes. 4, he likes many foods. For instance, Mexican, Somali, and Chinese food. Sometimes it's hard to identify a noun when you don't have the words the, a, and before, but we have examples, instances. It's a harder one to identify the grammar, but it is a noun. And 5, my initial reaction to the book was negative, but when I kept reading, I liked it. What kind of reaction? Initial reaction. What kind? I'm describing the noun reaction. So when you do this homework, we can call it homework, everything's homework now. When you do this Schoology, filling in the missing vocab word, think about what you know and how you know. Here's one more example. There are problems with driving in the wintertime. There are, I see a noun, problems. So there's my grammar clue. And I need something to describe what kind of problems. I have 2 choices. Initial, or potential. Those are my 2 adjectives. So there are initial problems, there are potential problems. Let's use our synonyms to figure out what it could be. There are first problems. Initial means first. Does that make sense? There are first problems? No. How about there are possible problems? Remember, potential means possible. The answer is potential. I'm using synonyms. I'm using grammar clues to figure out the missing words. Again, does the word answer who or what? Then it's a noun. You might have articles, a and the, or s at the end, numbers, 1, 2, 3, many, a little. That tells you a noun is coming. Or ask yourself, can you do this? Is this a verb? Is it an action? Maybe it will be past tense ed. Maybe third person s or infinitive to. Then it's a verb. Or does this missing word describe a person or describe something? What kind of? Then it's an adjective. So go ahead to the Schoology assessment where you select the missing vocab word for each sentence.